I commend the Minister for bringing this particular statement to the House. I thank her for advance sight of it, and I'm sure I speak for both sides of the House when I say we appreciate her personal commitment to tackling discrimination in sport in all its forms. And I agree that the vast majority of football fans see racism, homophobia, sectarianism and bigotry as the ugly side of the beautiful game. Yet hardly a week goes by without an example of discrimination. We were all shocked by the blatant racism during the game against Montenegro last month. Hearing Danny Rose say after that match that he can't wait to see the back of football because of racism is deeply depressing, but sadly not surprising. Because when young players face abuse time and time again, who can blame them for wanting to walk away? The bravery shown by those players is commendable, but they shouldn't have to be brave. They're just trying to do their jobs. So I agree with the Minister when she says that players should never be punished for walking off a pitch after receiving racist abuse. And I was disappointed to hear that the Wythenshawe manager, James Kinsey, has been sanctioned for taking his team off the pitch after alleged racism from a linesman. Now, I have some suggestions for the Minister to help battle bigotry as soon as it rears its head. Firstly, stewards can work more closely with police to identify offenders, intervene early and gather good evidence to facilitate arrests and charges. The Ministry of Justice could encourage the CPS to give football hate speech a higher priority and employ harsher sentences. I think the government could increase support for education programmes like those run by Show Racism the Red Card and Kick It Out, both of whom have had to see cuts as a result of central government cuts to local government. And let us also be aware that the far right are attempting to infiltrate football again through groups like the Football Lads Alliance, who marched on London only a few weeks ago, and some of their members were seen giving Nazi salutes. But I think we should also be aware that the problem is not just on the pitch and in the stands. It's online and in the media. The Minister mentions Crystal Palace's Wilfried Zaha, who retweeted some of the horrendous racism he receives. Given so much racist abuse directed at players is online, will the Minister explicitly include hate crimes aimed at sporting figures in the online harms consultation? Raheem Sterling, in my view a hero, has called out the ways in which media portrayals fuel racism. In particular, the disparaging way a young black player is treated for buying a house for his mum compared to a white player doing the same. Does the Minister agree that there is a problem and that some news outlets need to be more responsible? It's not just racism, though, Mr. Speaker. Other types of bigotry like homophobia and sectarianism plague the game. The Scottish Parliament has united in committing £14 million since 2012 to tackle sectarianism on the terraces. Can she match that for English football? Campaigns like Football versus Homophobia are doing great work, but 6 out of 10 LGBT supporters say they have witnessed homophobic abuse. So the Minister is absolutely right that the vast majority of fans abhor discrimination of any kind. A small number of thugs who propagate this vile bigotry ruin football for the players and millions of fans who love the game. We don't always agree on things across these benches, but we're in absolute unity on this. Discrimination of any kind has no place in football. I and my team will do everything we can to work with her and her team to drive it out.
Yeah, yeah.